What's up, YouTube? It's me. I don't know if you know me yet. I'm new. Hi, my name's Kenny, and I'm an aspiring vape YouTuber. Technically, this is the first video, and I hate to do it, but it's gonna be a sad one because it's a review on the CaptainX3, and it pains me to do it. It really does, because I was super excited about this. I was like, 2700 batteries in a device not much bigger. I don't even know if realistically I can say bigger, because it's shorter, but it's a little wider than the Gen 1 Relo. It's tiny for what it is, and that's nice. Feels good in the hand. Yeah, it feels like the Relo. Very similar. Very, 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 very almost suspiciously similar. But what are you going to do? I'm not the IP police. I don't want to be the IP police. I don't care that it's so similar, because what I care about is performance, if it works. And when it works, it works. Only issue I have with how it works is the delay. So, screen's asleep. About a second and a half of delay from asleep to fire. But now that it's not asleep, instant. So that's just kind of a nuisance, not really an issue, not really something I'd call a flaw. Probably going to get fixed. Firmware. That's all it is. That's how the firmware works. It comes with the update cable. Not a charging cable, because you don't want to charge the USB on any multiple battery regulated device. But it comes with the cable, has the port, probably going to get firmware updates. Probably going to fix that. Battery door, a little bit janky. Not a huge killer, not a buzzkill. Kind of a buzzkill, but not like... Not going to be what makes me say that this device is bad. And realistically, it's not a bad device. It's a really nice device, in my opinion. For what it is, what it does, and how big it is, it's great. What I do have an issue with is this is a little over a week since I bought it. The first one. Let me clarify. A little over a week since I bought the first one that I bought. The only one that I bought. But the first one that I had. And less than 24 hours after I bought that one, it stopped reading one of the batteries. So I pulled the batteries out, put them on the charger. I was like, maybe one of them, they're fresh batteries. Maybe my charger fucked up and didn't charge one correctly. Looked at it, they were all reading pretty close to full, like 4.02 volts. And I'd used it quite a bit, had no issues. And then all of a sudden it just stopped reading the battery. And I rotated them, still reading the same battery slot, not the battery itself, but the battery slot, because I had moved the battery from that slot to a different one and a different one to that slot. But it was slot A, universal, no matter what battery was in slot A. So I took it back to the vape shop and was like, can you all look at this, see if it's like a loose wire? I don't care if you have to take it apart or whatever you have to do. Whatever, if you can fix it, please. I would love for you to fix it. I probably would have tried to fix it myself if I had a soldering gun. Glad I didn't, but I probably would have. It's just me. But I don't know what the issue was. I guess they just figured it was easier to just replace it. That's fine. They took care of me. That's what matters. It's a great vape shop. They do that. They take care of their customers. So the next one I had, I went on a trip down to College Station, and I took 3 devices, because I don't like carrying just one. I like to have a couple of, like, an option to carry that's not bulky, like when I go out and do stuff. But I like having really good battery life for road trips, like while I'm driving, so I don't have to like fiddle with replacing batteries and stuff, and it's just a mess. Like if I have batteries die, I could just put that one down and pick up a different one. No big deal. So I'm down there, and it's Monday morning. I'm in my hotel. I wake up. First thing I do, reach for my vape so I can go outside, because non-smoking in the hotel, can go outside, get a little bit of nicotine in my system. But it was set up on the little nightstand, pretty much just like this. So I had my Captain, my X3, and my Snow Wolf pretty close together, and couldn't really just grab the X3. So I did what I normally do in a situation like that, where I can't just immediately grab the device I want, because I can't put my hand directly around the device. Sorry, thirsty. Normally, I would probably be trying to do a beer tasting for review, but it's like 3 a.m., 2 a.m., I don't know, something a.m. But what I did was, since I couldn't just get my hand around it and was too lazy to do that, for whatever reason, other than the fact that I was tired, half asleep, still really, really groggy, I did what I feel like a lot of vapors do, and I do pretty often. Just put my hand on the tank, picked it up, the tank came, and the 510 came. But the mod was still sitting on the desk, just like that. Well, minus the tank and the 510. I just sat there for a second, because I didn't know what just happened. I was confused. Really confused, because I'd never had that happen before. Despite doing exactly what I had done with multiple different devices pretty often. I probably need to break that habit now. But what had happened is the little brass bar, or brass screw kind of thing, I don't know the exact word, I probably would if it weren't late, had the little, oh my gosh, words, the threading on the little brass twisty thing that screwed onto the 510 to hold it in place had stripped. So I called the vape shop where I bought it and was like, hey, I hate to do this, but this is the second one I've had. Like, can y'all fix it? I'm out of town. I will be back tomorrow. So at that point, it would have been Tuesday when I got back. And they were like, yeah, just bring it in. We'll look at it, see what's up. If we can't fix it, we'll replace it again. Super chill, take care of their customers. Green Gorilla is the best. If you live in the Lubbock area, Green Gorilla is where you go. Or should be. Because they will take care of you. They will. Because they replaced it again. But what it comes down to is quality control. Things like that should get caught, like, before it leaves the factory. Either of those should have been, like, I don't know how they would catch it in quality control, honestly. But I feel like there's a way to catch stuff like that and keep it from getting circulated so that the one person has issues with 2 devices before getting a working one. And this is only day 2 with this device. So we'll see. I'm hopeful, really optimistic. Trying to be optimistic, kind of pessimistic. But mathematically speaking, three's the charm. Guess that's not mathematically speaking, that's just superstition, but hey. Mathematically speaking, though, if they catch, say, 50% of all the bad devices before it gets shipped out, mathematically speaking, this one should be fine. And I feel like 50% is still too low. 80% is too low. 90% is still pretty low. I think 98% maybe is realistic for what I would expect for quality control. That way 2 out of every 100 mods aren't good. Still doesn't sound great. But for 2 out of 3 to be malfunctioning, I I'm not sure how I feel about I know exactly how I feel about that. I feel like that is extremely high. I don't know if RNGesus just hates me. I know that at least one other person that bought this the same day I bought it has issues with theirs. They just kind of figured that they were just gonna deal with it and not. But aside from that, this is a wonderful mod, and if they could fix that, I would recommend it to anybody I know. As of now, though, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, except maybe my worst enemy. Somebody that I would want to have to go through warranty issues or returning to a shop multiple times. Granted, it's never an issue to me to go into Green Gorilla because I just go in there and chill. It's a fun place. I enjoy going in there, but I hate going in there to be like, yo, what's the deal? You know? It's just awkward because I'm trying to kind of build a repertoire because I would like to work there at some point. We'll see. I don't know. That aside, completely aside, that's probably going to get edited out. I just hate going in there to be like, yo, can you help me out here? This is my second device of these because the first one already crapped out, and now the second one lost the 510. Well, I knew where the 510 was. It was still attached to my atomizer. I didn't take it off the atomizer because, well, I wanted to keep up with it. But let me get what use I can out of this while I can. Just in case. Because I don't really trust it. I hate saying that. I don't trust it. Would not recommend. If you want a 2700 device and don't care about the third battery, get the Captain. It's a great device. Ironically, by the same company. But it feels sturdier. And I've not heard of anybody having issues with it. And I know a lot of people that use it. Pretty much everybody at the vape shop I was talking about uses it. None of them have had issues. It makes me sad to see a company go from a wonderful product, probably one of the best products out there on the market using 2700 batteries, if not one of the best devices out there on the market in general, to go from this wonderful, wonderful device to this. A device that could be wonderful and should be wonderful and is wonderful when it works, but has a, in my experience, 66% failure rate. It's kind of funny to think about, kind of funny to be in the situation where I'm like, I'll record that tomorrow, and then be like, actually, I'll record it tonight because I don't know if I can tomorrow. Not because of time constraints, not because I've got a busy day tomorrow. I really don't. But because I don't know if it's going to last to tomorrow. And it's sad. Most of my reviews, I feel like I really want to do more in-depth reviews than what I'm doing now. And I feel like this is just kind of a rant, and I don't want to bash this product because when it works, it's wonderful. And I'm sure not everybody's experience with it is going to be the same as mine. But I'm sure there are other people out there that will have the same experience or a similar experience. And it's going to suck. And I'm sorry for them. And I'm sorry for people that have to get a second one. Not even a third. But like the people that have one of the issues that I had, or a different issue. It's just not something that should happen on a large scale. And I feel like to be on my third one personally, quite a few people probably have issues with theirs. Not the people having issues. I don't know. That's between them and their psychiatrist or whoever they go to for their issues. if they go to anybody for their issues or if they just bottle their issues up, that's between them and themselves. But for people to have issues with this device, it's sad. Because it's the only triple 2700 battery device I know of on the market. It's probably the smallest on the market, probably will always be the smallest on the market, because they borrowed a design that is intended to make devices smaller than expected for what they are. And I wanted it to be great. I really did. And it would have been great. It really would have. But that's all I've got. Don't buy it. I hate to say it. If you do buy it, give it a month. Give it 2 months. Give it 6 months. Wait for the CaptainX3 1.5. The next version of this. But they've got stuff to fix. They have quality control issues to look into. Maybe the store I went to got a bad batch. I don't know. That could be it. That could have been, that legitimately could have been it. But whatever it is, give it some time. Wait and see if other people have issues. Because I'm sure if other people have the issues I've had, it'll blow up. Not the device. Please don't. I like my fingers. But it's late. I'm getting loopy. I'm getting ranty. Y'all have a good night. If you want a 27-inch device, there you go. The only one you need. I will do a review on this one. It's a little late. It's really late. This is like a 8-month-old device. Not this one, but the Captain in general. But I would recommend this. Highly recommend this. I would recommend this to anybody that wants battery life, wants 200-watt device, wants quality, good price point. I mean, there are a lot of things going for the Captain. CaptainX3. Yes and no. But more to the no right now. I've kept it real. I did not want to record this because I was so excited for this. That may be why I wanted to record this, is because I was excited and wanted to rant and bring to light the issues I've had, so that if anybody else has the issues I've had, they can see that they're not the only ones. But y'all have a good night. Keep vaping. Stay away from the stinkies. I don't know if I can ever call them that again. But keep vaping. Keep off cigarettes. That's what it's about. And I don't know how long somebody can do it if this is their only device, their first device. That's sad. That's all I've got. You all have a good night. Enjoy. Keep vaping. I don't know how to end this. I really don't.